Okay, this is our fourth session together, talking about quantum mind medicine. And I gotta tell you, there's one question that kind of sits in the back of my head and bugs me a little bit. Every time we talk and I get a lot of answers, but then I get out and there's one question that really kind of bugs me. And this is the question. How do you, I would say, harness the thing that you talk about? You talk about quantum field, you talk quantum energy. You talk about this field of information that's all around us. It's in the universe, it's in the multiverse. But eventually, how do you harness this information field into what you call quantum medicine? Because eventually, I'm made of bones and flesh and skin. I mean, I can't deny it. So how do you harness all that information into my benefit?
So you made out of bone, flesh, and skin in order to experience, in order to communicate. But your mind is the special tool, in a sense, that gathers all the information. Your brain, not your mind. Your brain. Your brain gathers information through your eyes, through your nose, through your ears, through your taste, mouth, and through your skin. Actually, through your touch, actually. However, your mind, your brain, is directly connected to your skin. Your skin envelops, actually, your internals. And your skin is experiencing the outside world, your environment. Experience that. When your eyes are seeing something, your mind judges that. You like it or not. And you can look and see is two different things. You can look at things but see what you want. You can hear things but listen to what you want. You can smell something, say I like it or not. You can taste something, say it tastes good or bad. You can touch something, say I like it or not. So you judge, by these five senses you judge, information goes to your quantum mind. So when it gets there, it gets analyzed at a certain level and does what it wants to do with it. Your skin bypass the judgment. Information gets through that skin subconsciously. From the super subconscious, the field, through your skin to your subconscious mind, bypassing your awareness. Therefore, you're not judging it. So if I want to activate you through your quantum mind, what I need to do is activate you through your skin, which does not judge. So part of what we're doing is conveying information through your skin, through my skin to your skin, with touch or without touch, around the skin, or with contact, without contact, and your brain takes it without any filtering, without any judgment, brings it to its quantum mind, unfiltered, directly as it is in your outside world, your environment, and acts very precisely on that outside information. Very precisely. So that's a big difference between our five linear senses in difference of the one sense which is not linear, which is quantum sense actually, through your quantum mind to convey information, translate it, and then create different type of reality as you wish, as exactly what's happening outside. So you can, through the contact of the body, change the information and the energy within the brain, which is the quantum mind, to create a quantum behavior, which means beyond the regular five senses, which is unusual. But that's usual. But it's not used too much by human beings. It's being ignored for a very, very long time, or not understood for a very, very long time. Now that we start understanding that, we start harnessing the field through our body to our quantum mind back to the field. And that's how we affect the quantum field. And what we receive and throw out, we receive again and throw out. We are managing ourselves internally very differently. Now, if you use your 5 senses in your linear mind, the most you can get is anything that is linear, which is very limited. You throw 1 kilo up to the sky, 1 kilo comes down. You throw a picture, that picture comes down. You throw a dollar come back to you, not more. Because that's how much it can handle, $10, doesn't matter. You throw a swear or curse, that's what will come back to you from the linear parts of you. But when you are using your quantum mind, it's endless in its possibilities, it's infinite in its possibilities, so you can handle it totally different. Anything you wish is possible through your quantum mind. Your physical body is limited. Your quantum mind is infinite. That's how we harness that. So you harness the infinite into the finite, and you create in the finite amazing abilities that is very different from the 5 senses, which are the linear abilities. That's how you deal with people that either ill sick and change their being through the quantum mind, which is amazing, or you stay in the linear level and you work with them with a little bit chemicals or others that leave them in a linear state, which is the changes are very small.
Okay, so wait. But I am, as we said, I am made of, I'm stuff. Stuff, when I say stuff, I'm a material. I'm a materialistic person. Look at me. I'm all flesh. I'm sitting across of the table from you. You can't deny it. So how can we discuss it that I'm information? I understand that we are something sort of living in the field of information, and information flies through me or go through me. But how can I be both?
We discussed in the past, and through science we know that our cells, each cell of us contains 100 trillion atoms. Each atom is made out of 99.999999 information and energy, and only 0.00 many zeros, 12 zeros, 1 material.
So there's nothing inside the atom?
Nothing. Hardly anything. Nothing. Space within the atom. So if this space within the atom, which with very little material, builds your cell, and your cell builds up your tissue, and your tissue builds up your organ, and your organ builds up the system, and the system builds up your body, you actually almost all energy. But why do you see yourself? Why do you see material? Let me show you something. If we took these, let's assume these are parts of an airplane propeller, okay? And if we'll put them in this manner right here, and we drew a circle around it, out of the whole circle, how much of this circle is material and how much of this circle is space? So mostly space. But once you start spinning that very fast, as faster it goes, slowly, when it spins this way, I can still go through the spaces. But as faster it spins, less and less you are able to grow to the space in between them. So when the spin is very fast, it becomes a solid wall. It appears as a solid wall. But what the solid part is very, very little. So our atoms are protons spinning very fast. As the high rate of let's say the vibration and the frequency of the vibration is what actually determines how you're going to see that object. And that object is mostly spin, very fast spin, and it appears as solid. And it's not for nothing like that. It's for us to utilize this energy but to experience the energy, you need to speed it up. Now, the other way around, you speed up this energy, you become, in a sense, you appear as material, but you're not. It's not even an illusion, you're not material. You are energy in motion. Now, if you slow down light, the other way around, if you slow down light, it appears as a condensed thing, as a something. But again, light is what? It's atoms, photons, electrons. That's what it is. It's emission of. But these, the atom, you need to slow that down in order to see the light. So it's a little bit different. One you speed up and one you slow down, you condense that light. So when you're made out of your whole body, your whole being, and your quantum mind, quantum brain, is made out of very fast spinning atoms, protons, electrons, then it appears as material. Otherwise, you won't be able to experience life. Otherwise, you won't be able to convey life and do things and feel things. So that's why it looks like a material. For example, our flash spins slower than this table. That's why that will be appearing as a solid thing, and this will be softer thing. And if you take this table right here, which looks very condensed, if you look at it down with a microscope, you'll see that it's air mostly, and it's a lot of holes within it, spaces. The world is space. So that's what we are. We are space in motion. We are energy in motion. We are energy in motion. Many wise people said we are emotion. Emotions. Look at human beings. Our expression is emotions. We are expressing ourselves through emotions. Energy, emotion.
So, I'm energy. I am information. But I'm sick now, and I need help. So what can quantum medicine do for me? I have, let's take the most common thing in the world probably, I have a migraine.
Okay. So when you're ill, sick, in pain, all three of them, you actually show that your system, that your quantum mind system, your quantum body is getting out of its vibration and frequency. Something interferes with this vibration and frequency.
You said interferes.
It interferes.
That's interesting.
Yes. And when something interferes with this vibration and energy, something happens within the atom, something happens within your cells. Something changes in the way that it vibrates and moves. Something changes the emotion, the energy emotion. And when that happens, the body has to show you that something went wrong. So it portrays that in symptoms, signs, illness, disease, pain.
And it doesn't matter which one?
It doesn't matter. It just shows you. Now, as more interference there is, as more ill and in pain you'll be. As less interference in pain you'll be, in less interference, less ill and pain you'll be. Now, what human beings used to do, and they deal with doing it, when they have a little bit interference, they're silencing it somehow, with a pill, with a rub, with an ointment, with a needle, it doesn't matter with what. Then the interference must grow to let you know that you're not dealing with interference, you're just silencing it. And then you become sicker and more ill. So when you turn to the quantum mind medicine, you deal with the source. The source will be remove this interference, equalize the balance of the brain energy, equalize the balance between brain field energy, equalize the energy between the field, brain, and your body energy, equalize your energy between your field, your body, your mind, and others. And then you'll see, once you synchronize, once your frequency and your vibration become to its optimum, or close to its optimum, you'll see that you'll become happier, you're well in your being, in your physical being, and your emotions getting into the right spin, and you're happy. When your emotions are in the right spin, you're healthy. When your emotions in the right frequency and vibration, you can create things instead of destroy things.
You know, it's so different from any other doctor that we speak to. Because any other doctor will, when you go and talk to them about a disease or something, they go to the outside of it, and they will go to the symptom of it. They would say, okay, you have a headache, so maybe it's this, or maybe they will give me a pill, and they will treat the machinery, the material, me. I mean, I'm saying
the hardware. They'll treat the hardware. Yeah, look, it's good. It's okay. The question is it all? That's all it is. So, of course, it's not all it is. It used to be. You want to know something? Do you remember the time that nobody understood that there is no cell? You can't see your cells in your body. You can see a blood drop. You couldn't see a bacteria or a virus.
Well, I'm too young for that, but I
exactly. So people didn't see these things before, and if somebody told them that, they'll think that it's crazy. So we developed a mechanism because we understood that it can't be all that only what we see. It can't be. And when we understood that, we start investigating and we put magnifying glass and then another one on top and then another one on top, and then we said, wow, we saw something else under. So wow, it's amazing. We never knew that there was something like that. Okay, so if there is something like that we can't see now, so what about the stars? So we took something and we magnified it out and we saw it and we said, wow, there's something beyond what we see here. Medicine is the same. We grew up to a point, and if somebody believes that that's all it goes to, is totally wrong. We're going to the next level. The next level is understanding that there is something beyond, and we harness it. This is something that is beyond now, already now, into our use, and in the field of healing, in the field of making people more aware, making people happier, making people wealthier. It's coming from the same place. So you go into the beyond possibilities, you go into the beyond probabilities, or the most important, you go into the beyond potential. And when you go into the beyond potential, then you are within the quantum realm, and then you're within the quantum mind medicine. And then when you can create there, it's way faster in the healing of person, way faster in the ability of his cells, genes, DNA, everything else speeds up in a way that they're organizing themselves, in the way that they are evolving themselves. We are there already, and things are changing fast.
You know, it's amazing because it's so futuristic in a way, but in a way it reminds me of, and I'm not too young for that, it reminds me of the old radio we used to have in the car, and you had to turn the dial around a little bit so it's really on the frequency. And if somebody comes to the car and kind of knock it off, you have to redial it every time, and sometimes you get interference, so you have to redial it. And it really, I know we're talking about some sort of a high-tech human technology, but here it comes to my mind that we always need to be directly on the frequency, otherwise we cannot receive information.
Exactly. So, because we need to be all the time, not most of the time, all the time, 24/7, on the correct frequency, but then comes reality. Reality means, reality we invent, by the way. Reality means that something will knock us out of this frequency. Something will knock us out. It can be our environment, it can be our body, it can be the body in the environment. And
what do you mean by environment?
The environment will be the outside world. It will be the weather. It will be somebody. Somebody will say something to you. Somebody will hurt you. Somebody will scare you. it will knock you out of your frequency and vibration. And then when that repeats, then when you're getting knocked out over and over again out of your frequency and your vibration, then the way that you receive the world, perceive the world, changes. And then mistakes start appearing outside the way you behave and inside your body through disease. So through the quantum mind medicine, quantum mind med as we call it, you synchronize back the person or the dog or the horse, by the way, we're doing it with all animals, it doesn't matter. You synchronize them back to their frequency and vibration where they're receiving and perceiving energy and information correctly again. And even more than that, they upgrade it all the time. Once you upgrade your radio, your receiver, to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one, you're able to receive in more than one station. Now you can receive 500 stations. So when you're coming out to the outside world, receiving 500 stations, you are a genius. You can produce things that nobody could have done there before when you receive one radio station with one guy is talking there or singing there. So we are upgrading, the world upgraded itself, but not the people that are running our minds. That stays almost the same. Even though we're inventing machines, but ourselves we're not reinventing. Quantum mind men reinventing ourselves, evolving our mind all the time. When you evolve your mind, you evolve your perception, consciousness level, and then your awareness. Then that's a totally different game. We're already there. Now, if you're interested in it, anybody that sees us and interested in connecting the information that they bring and the technology that will produce them and have the resources to develop that, we'll be very happy to deal with them and show them how it can be done and take it to the next level. Thank you.